Alright, welcome back. This example is just like the one you have in your Canvas notes, other than I made one change. Your copy says we're going to use 6 rectangles, and here I'm going to use 4. And this time we're also going to draw the rectangles at the midpoints of each of the subintervals. So I've gone ahead and sketched a picture of the graph e to the x in blue. I have taken the interval 0 to 2, and because we have 4 rectangles, I can figure out the width of each one by taking the width of the interval, 2 minus 0, and dividing that by 4 equal parts, and the width will be a half. So in red, I've marked off the scale by halves to mark off the spans of each rectangle. But then we're going to use midpoint rectangles this time, so I've marked off the midpoints of each of those widths, such as halfway from 0 to 1/2, halfway from 1/2 to 1, halfway from 1 to 3/2, and halfway from 3/2 to 2. And then that is where I mark the height of the rectangle. So to define our midpoint sum, it is going to be adding together 4 rectangles, each one having a height based on the function and a width, which is the change of x. And I can specify the change of x to be 1/2 every time. And I can specify what inputs are going to be going into the function. In this case, it's the 4 midpoints that I marked in green there. 1/4, 3/4, 5/4, and 7/4. And all I'm going to do now is write it out in the notation of the sum here. So the first rectangle, the height is the function value evaluated at 1/4. And then the width is a half. The second rectangle, the height is f of 3/4, and the width is 1/2. The third rectangle, the height of the function is f of 5/4, the width is a half. And the last one, the height is measured at x equals 7/4, and the width is 1/2. Before I do the addition here, I'm going to rewrite it again by noticing every width is a half. I can actually just write that as a common factor in the front. And then I will write out what I'm going to put in the calculator, which is what the function is e to the x. So I'm going to be adding e to the 1/4 power, or 0.25 power. F of 3/4 would be e to the 0.75. F of 5/4 would be e to the 1.25. And f of 7/4 is e to the 1.75. So now writing it all out like this makes it easy to put the answer into your calculator. And I will leave it to you to do that and come up with your total.